Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today is a special video as yesterday was the 6th of February and it was actually the day, it was 3 years since I quit smoking, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to put the link down underneath the video to my first video of how I quit smoking, and to the second one, 2 years after quitting smoking. I just want to tell you how I feel after 3 years. So first of all, I'm the happiest person ever that I quit smoking 3 years ago, and I could not have done anything better for myself. I'm really happy. It's really hard to describe, because to be free, not to be a slave of cigarette is just the most amazing thing ever. And how I feel now, it gets so much easier. Like last year, after 2 years of after I quit smoking, I still had some thoughts like, maybe, if I was sort of missing like a social cigarette. I was thinking like, oh, it would be nice to have a cigarette, but I knew I was strong already. I knew that I would never go back to it, but I did have these sort of thoughts that it would be sometimes nice just to have it, at least like socially. Nowadays, I think it's absolutely disgusting. I would never want to experience this again. I would never want to experience smoking again. I find actually sometimes people come to my workplace and they've just had a cigarette outside and they talk to me, and I literally want to do this. I can't smell this. It's absolutely disgusting. The smell of cigarette is absolutely disgusting. I don't even know why it was so appealing to me before, and this is making me wonder I don't know how I could have been a smoker. And it was such a long time. It was for 14 years. Also, what I've noticed that I don't know if it makes sense, but I start deleting from my memories the picture of me as a smoker. And a friend of mine from work said to me the other day, she was like, you know what, I could not even imagine you being a smoker. And I was like, you know what, I can't either, because it's so, it was such a long time. For 14 years I smoked. It was just like a natural thing to me. And it's so amazing that after 3 years, I sort of like, I don't really want these memories, and I'm trying to sort of naturally get rid of these memories, because I don't want to be remembered as a smoker. I don't want to remember myself as a smoker. I've changed so much. I would never go back to it. I don't find anything appealing, and I'm just like, I just don't want to remember myself as a smoker. I don't want other people to remember me as a smoker, and what I even represent with myself, with this healthy lifestyle and everything else, and this is what makes me happy. Smoking is a terrible addiction, and I know how hard it is. And if you are struggling to quit smoking, one thing I have to tell you, it's sort of like, you see how I'm trying to delete everything from my head. It is very much to do with subconscious, what you tell yourself. And if you saw my first video, how I quit smoking, it all started sort of in my mind, that I started saying to myself, like, I don't like smoking. Even when I was having a cigarette, I was like, I don't like smoking, I don't like smoking. And it sort of got into my subconscious that one day I woke up and I was like, you know what, this is the day today. I don't want to smoke anymore, and I can do it, even though I tried so many times before. Now, if you are struggling, I can tell you that it gets so much easier with time. And I know that 3 years is a long time for anyone who's trying to quit smoking, but I remember that 3 months was first sort of time, after 3 months, that it started feeling much easier. That you're not really thinking about the smoking constantly, and it gets much easier. So I want to tell you that it does get easier, and after a certain amount of time, you are just going to be glad. And this is like, if you can just hold in there, if you're quitting smoking now, if you can just hold in there, if you can just, there's so many like support groups that help me actually at the beginning, when people are going through the same thing, when people support each other. it does actually help at the beginning. So if you're struggling, join one of these forums, one of these groups, support groups, because it really helps. And with time it does get easier, and I can assure you that you will never ever regret your decision. I am the happiest person ever. After 3 years of not smoking, I feel so much healthier. I feel much happier. I know that I'm not a slave of any stupid cigarette. I know I know that I'm I'm so much healthier. I feel so much better, and I don't wake up in the morning thinking like, oh, I have to have a cigarette. Like I was feeling constantly before. Not even in the morning I was like, oh, I have to have a cigarette. Everything I did, it was just I was having a cigarette. And guys, I can really assure you, I know it's not easy, but try your best. Just hang in there, because it does get easier. And this is it for today. This is my thoughts after 3 years of not smoking. And yeah, guys, if you're struggling now, if you're trying to give up, or if you're quit before, please leave comments below. I want to know about your experiences, what helped you, and how you dealt with that. And maybe you're not smoking now 3 years either, and how you're feeling now. Share your experiences, share your feelings and emotions. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.